Hi there! So today's video is going to be continuing my top 5 series, and this is going to be my top 5 serums/oils. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm a licensed hairstylist with over 20 years of experience, and on this channel I use those 20 years of experience to help you have healthy, happy hair. So as I said, I'm going to be doing my top 5 serums and oils today. First, I am going to point out I do have a red eye. Actually, this one's a little bit on the pink side. It is allergies. I'm mentioning it because people in my daily life that are in person with me have a tendency to keep telling me that I have a red eye. I do have mirrors. I do know that I have a red eye. It's allergies. It's not an infection. Been to the eye doctor multiple times whenever I've had issues with this, and it's just allergies. I'm allergic to basically everything, and including a cat, and I have a cat. So if she sleeps on the pillow next to me, I wake up with my eyes are all red and sometimes almost swollen shut. So anyway, now that we have that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my top 5 serums and or oils. So in my top 5 videos, I don't usually go from least favorite to most favorite or vice versa. I usually just start somewhere because if they're my top 5, they're just my top 5. And I usually can't really pick just one that I like best out of all of the rest. So oftentimes what I do is I pick out the one that I've used the longest, and for me that one is the Moroccan Oil, and this is the original version. They have a lighter version for finer hair that is easier weighed down. I use this one. My hair is coarse. This works very well for me. So this is, like I said, it's the original, and then they do have the light version. There is argan oil in here, and it is an oil blend, and I do know that there is silicone in here. So not everything that I'm mentioning has silicones, but most of them do. I just much prefer a serum that has silicones in there. I think that it gives really great protection and frizz fighting control, even more so than just an oil can do. Oils can do it to a certain extent, but I think the silicone goes the extra mile when it comes to that. Silicones can also be heat protectants. So, and I don't have an issue with silicones. I am not curly girl method. I do have a video all about why I'm not curly girl method, but I'm not curly girl method. I do use silicones and I do use sulfates. I use this on dry hair. I also, in the past, because this says that you can also use it on the wet hair, before you get started with your styling routine, and I have definitely done that in the past before, where I just put this on in lieu of a leave-in and a curl cream, and then put gel on over the top of it and then diffuse it from there, and I've gotten great results just doing that. It's just not something that I've been doing recently. I've kind of gotten away from it, and especially with this channel, I've most definitely gotten away from it. With this channel, I don't really style my hair too much. I don't have a normal way of styling my hair anymore because I'm constantly, almost every single time that I style my hair and do my hair, I'm trying out new products for the channel so that I can review them for you. So I no longer really have a typical way of doing my hair or a go-to routine too much anymore, other than some of my favorite standbys that I know have always worked. So I really haven't done my hair that way in a long time, where I've just used the oil, then used gel, and then diffused it. But when I've done it before, it's worked really well. And then I do still use a small amount of this at the end after it's dry to tame frizz, to scrunch out the crunch, and it works great. This is really good stuff. I've loved it for a very long time, and it's one of my daughter's favorites as well. She absolutely loves it. So this is, and I don't even know which number of bottle this is on because I've been using it for so many years. I mean, it might be probably my 10th. It's hard to say at this point. I've repurchased multiple times. So this has been a long time favorite. So if you've watched any of my videos, especially videos where I'm demonstrating products or doing a review and I didn't purchase the serum with that brand, you've probably seen me use this serum multiple times in multiple videos, and it is my Verb Ghost Oil. I love this stuff. Like, it's probably, yeah, it's right here. It's down that far. And I will probably go through multiple bottles of this. I like it. It's lightweight, but it helps with frizz control and does all of the things that I want a serum to do. Gives like a nice shine to my hair, finishes it off, seals everything in. But like I said, it's really, really, really lightweight. Like this could be used for a lot of different hair types, including hair that is very easily weighed down because it is so lightweight. And now, like the previous serum that I mentioned, the Moroccan Oil, this also has a silicone in it, and it does have an oil blend in it. And I can't remember what all the oils are, but I do believe there's probably coconut and argan oil and something like that. I don't know. If I'm incorrect, I'll write it on the screen below me, but it's a really good, well, it says right on here, weightless hair oil, and that's what it is. It's a weightless hair oil with some silicone in there to help with some extra frizz control. So Ghost Oil, I really can't say enough about it. I think the fact that you've seen me use it multiple times in multiple different videos probably speaks to how much I really like this. And I don't see myself stopping using this anytime soon. It's a really good lightweight oil. And now this next one is also one that I used for multiple years, and it's not one I've spoken about a whole lot on this channel just because I've been stuck on the Verb Ghost Oil for a while now. But this is also a really good one, and just like the other two, this does have silicones along with an oil blend. And now this silkening oil treatment I have used a bunch of different ways. I've used it on dry hair as I typically use my Ghost Oil or any other oil or serum as like a finisher to help with frizz, to seal everything in and get some nice shine. I have also mixed this in with gel, and there was another video that I talked about that, about cocktailing products rather than just layering them. So cocktailing would be mixing two products together in your hand and then putting on your hair, two or more products on your hand, and then layering them in your hair, and then or putting them in your hair. And then layering is where you put a product in, you put another over the top, you put another over the top. And I used to mix this in with I think it's called the Curl Defining Gel or something like that from Aquage, and I used to mix this in with that, and it would really help give me some nice shiny defined curls that were virtually frizz-free, or about as frizz-free as what you're ever going to get, because if you have curly hair, you're very unlikely to ever to achieve perfectly frizz-free hair for the entire day or until next wash day. You might be able to pull it off for a few hours, but as soon as you start moving your head around or the wind blows, you're going to wind up with a little bit of frizz. But this really does work a multitude of different ways. I also use this when I would straighten my hair, and I would smooth a little bit in prior to straightening my hair, which helps with heat protectant, and I would also use a heat protectant as well. And smoothing this in just a tiny amount just before straightening out my hair, like in between drying it. And then I don't straighten my hair with a straightening iron or a flat iron. I actually use a curling iron, a very large curling iron, because I actually like to have loose curl to my hair. I don't like stick straight hair on myself. It just looks weird. And I always found that doing that, like I said, it helped as an additional heat protectant while also helping to really make my hair nice and sleek and shiny. And it was that shine that I was really going for with running the curling iron over having this in my hair. And then I would put another small amount in after I straightened my hair all out to get it even more shiny. It wouldn't leave it oily or anything like that. It just looked like nice, super shiny, great looking hair. I have used this a multitude of different ways. I like this one. It's great, again, for even using on dry hair and sealing everything in like this, but I have used it other ways as well. And now the next one I want to talk about that also has silicone and oils in it is the one from Cake Beauty, and it's called the Sheen Queen. Unfortunately, I can't show you the bottle. I don't have it. I'll see if I can pop a picture up here so that you can see what it looks like. So here it is, hopefully, maybe. I did give a lot of my Cake Beauty products to my daughter's friend. She's starting to wear her hair wavy, and I gave her a bunch of different products to try. So those weren't the only products that I gave her some other ones to try. So I just gave her a bunch of things that I thought would work really well for her hair so that she could play around and get a good feel for it. And that was one of those things that I gave her. And now to get back to the whole point of this, the Sheen Queen serum is very similar to the other ones that I previously mentioned. It's an oil blend with some silicone in it. It is another really good one that I definitely enjoyed when I was trying the Cake Beauty products, that it did not feel like it weighed my hair down at all, and it was capable of sealing everything in and keeping up the moisture locked in and the humidity out. Not that there's a whole lot of humidity around here, but it definitely did its job of what I like a serum to do with locking everything in and giving my hair a little bit of extra shine while also scrunching out the crunch. And that's basically what I'm looking for with a serum, is something that I can scrunch out the crunch with, that's gonna lock everything in and leave my hair looking shiny and help keep the frizz under control for as long as possible. Even though I'm not looking for frizz-free, I still want something that kind of helps to keep it down at least for the first couple of days. Because as I get closer to my next wash day, we all know you're gonna wind up with more and more frizz. And sometimes the serums work really great for refreshing in between. I don't do a whole lot of refreshing, but sometimes if I feel like the frizz is out of control, I'll just use one of these serums and just smooth it over the top, and it helps with the frizz. And my curls otherwise look pretty good, so I'm usually good to go then after just applying a little bit of serum. Now this last one does not have silicones, and it also falls into the affordable category, which, like the Cake Beauty Sheen Queen, which I believe, I can't remember what that one costs. I think it's $7.99. I'll write it down below here because I don't really remember, but the Cake Beauty products are pretty affordable. This is also affordable. It's $9.99. Everything from the Twist line is $9.99. And this is a really good one. If you don't like silicones and you're looking for a nice lightweight oil blend, this is a good one to go with. This is the one that I was really kind of surprised about because I really thought it was going to be heavier than what it was, and it wasn't. It's really nice and lightweight, and it's part of their very moisturizing line because they've got 3 different levels of moisture within the Wee Dod Twist. I do have a review all about Wee Dod Twist where I talk about this, and this is in the most moisturizing kind of line. So this is something that can be used, and I think it says on there that it can be used multiple different ways if I remember correctly. So you can use this as like a pre-poo treatment and put it on your hair. You probably could go ahead and put it in while your hair is wet before you start your styling process, before you put in like different styling products. And then it's something that you can use as a finishing oil to seal everything in, to scrunch out the crunch, which is how I used it. And it was a really good one. I was really impressed with this one, and I really liked that it just felt so lightweight and not really heavy. And like even just putting it on here, like it just wasn't this big oily mess that I was putting on my hair, and I really appreciated that. So the serum from Twist and the Cake Beauty Sheen Queen serum are new products to me. However, they definitely made it into my favorites when it comes to oils and serums. And I did also try the Eco Slay, the oil that they have there too, and I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to put it down below, and I have it somewhere, but I did just move I still haven't completely unpacked, and I don't know where absolutely everything is. Otherwise I would show that to you as well. And I do like that, and I like that it's a very multi-use oil just like this one is, and it doesn't have silicones and everything in it. However, I felt that one was a lot heavier, and even though I know that this is basically all oil, that one is too, that one felt oilier than what this one does, which is really weird because I mean they're both oily, but it just felt like a thicker oil than like what this one does. This one feels a lot thinner and a little bit more lightweight. That one feels a little bit heavier, but it would be a great option for people with coarser hair like myself that does not get easily weighed down, or if you want to use it as a pre-poo treatment, just like this one, you can use it as a pre-poo treatment. So both of those are really good, and I do really like the Eco Slay one, but I didn't necessarily like it enough to feature it on its own as one of my favorites in here. It's worth an honorable mention, which is why I'm mentioning it, but it is not technically one of my favorites. I would reach for pretty much all of these before I would reach for that one, and it's not that it's a bad product, I just happen to like these products more. And like I said, it's worth an honorable mention. A lot of people really like that oil, and if I actually felt that I needed to do an oil treatment, I would probably actually use the EcoSlay oil for that rather than the Twist one, just because of the differences in the viscosity and how the oil feels on my hair. I think I would get more out of the EcoSlay one, but oil treatments are not something that I do frequently or ever. I honestly can't remember the last time I did one. It's just not something I feel like my hair really needs, so I haven't really done any. But if I were to do one, I would probably use that one over the Twist one, and just because of my hair type, that's how I would do that. So this brings me to the end of my top 5 serums and oils, and hopefully you found this helpful or got some ideas out of it. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more content like this, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell while you're at it. And if there's any questions, any comments, or anything that you'd like to see, please go ahead and leave that down below in my comment section. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.